thee.
Right, let not the incredulities. Read that again.
Fear not the imaginations against
Right,
thee.
fear not the imaginations against thee. Because guess what? A lot of people are going to come against the Israelites, man. Okay? And it's already starting, man. Okay? You see, you got these other camps talking about the elders. Okay? And that's just the beginning. Okay? Go on.
Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee, that speak against thee.
Right, but the Lord says don't be fazed by that, man. Okay, because that's part of prophecy. Okay, it was prophesied that they would speak against the men of the Lord. You get that in Luke when it said the blood of Zechariah shall be required. Go on.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Right, so they're gonna die in their unfaithfulness. Okay, and they're showing their lack of faith. Okay, how are they showing their lack of faith? By saying we're gonna be delivered by the law. The law. Okay, that's a lack of faith. The scripture says that you shall be saved by your faith, man. Okay, the just shall live by faith. Go on.
Behold, said the Lord, I will send, I will bring plagues upon the world.
Well, that's the reward. Okay, that's the recompense for their incredulities, for going against the unfaithful, for going against the faithful. Okay, the Lord is going to bring plagues. Go on.
The sword,
famine,
death, and destruction.
All right, so the Lord is coming back with his major judgments, man. Okay, the same judgments that he brought in the days of Egypt are coming back. Okay, right, and all those that rebelled against the men that Yahweh Shemel Shah set up, guess what? They're gonna get caught with that same judgment, man. With those same judgments. Okay, take for instance Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Okay, what did the Lord do? Okay, because of the rebellion, coming against the man that Yahweh Shemel Shah set up, Aaron and Moses. Okay, what did the Lord say? It says Moses is one of the meekest men on the earth. And guess what? The Lord opened the earth, man. Okay, he showed wonders. Okay, matter of fact, get Isaiah when he says he shall show strange wonders. Strange acts, Isaiah 6, I believe. All right, so those acts, those same wonders are coming back on the earth, man. Okay, go on now.
Isaiah 28 and 21. For the Lord shall rise up as the Mount Perazim. He shall be rock as in the valley of Gibeon, that he may do his work, his strange work, and bring to pass his strange act.
That's right. All right, so the Lord's gonna make the impossible possible, man. Okay, because all the people here, they don't have that fear of Yahweh Shemel Shai. They don't have the knowledge of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And how is the Lord known? Okay, by way of his judgments. Okay.
I got something here. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 8. It says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness,
That's right.
which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
That's right.
Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
That's right. Who's the souls of the just? The faithful. Okay? The prophets that the Lord has set up in order to proclaim his coming. Okay? To bring forth these prophecies. All right? What did the Lord say? It says, set a mark upon those that sigh and not cry. Okay? That's the separation. Okay? The faithful and the unfaithful. Go on with that.
Verse 6, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
Right. And who's at the head of this wickedness? None other than Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? He's the one that's promoting everything that goes against the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemel Shai. He doesn't uphold the laws of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay? Matter of fact, the scripture says that he casted them away. Okay? All right, you got two men that can get married in this land. A man can get married to a beast. Okay? Go on.
And their hurtful
And
works.
guess what? And what does it do? His ways are contagious. He has affected our people. Okay? The scripture says that the righteous man the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the ways of the wicked seduce him. And our people have been seduced.
That's right. That's why most of them are not even really Israelites.
That's right. The Lord said he calls them heathens.
That's right. He called them heathens. They're heathens. That's the bottom line. Because a brother was asking me a question about Revelations 2 and 9, Revelations 3 and 9. Matter of fact, get Revelations 2 and 9. All right? And that's really speaking about Israelites. That wasn't speaking about, we use it for Amalek, but that's not really speaking about Amalek. It's speaking about other Israelites. Okay? Go ahead, read it.
Revelation 2 and 9, and it reads,
Because who was he speaking to? He's speaking to the churches, all right, which were all Israelites. Go ahead.
I know thy works, and thy tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of
Get
them.
John first. Get John 1. Get John 1 and 19. All right.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Right. That's speaking about other Israelites, man. Okay. The synagogue means what? The chief house. They're the chief house of Satan. Okay. The scriptures speak about how their mouths must be stopped. Why? Because they have an image of the truth. They have they look like they have the truth, in other words. Okay? They have 80% of the truth, but the other 20% is where they slip in that wickedness. Right? Which the scripture says what? A little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. So that's the greatest deception. Alright? Hold that, read that.
It's the book of St. John chapter 1 and verse 19. And this is the record of John, when the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, who art thou?
Matter of fact, it might be 28. Not 28. 28. Actually, no. Is it 28? It might be 12. Start at 11. Start at 11.
St. John chapter 1 and verse 11. He came unto his own, and his own received him not.
Speaking about who? Yahushua. Okay, he came unto his own, and his own received him not. Meaning what? The Israelites. All right? Go ahead.
But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of the Most High.
He gave them power to become sons of the Most High, meaning what? Become Israelites. Everyone didn't get that power to become an Israelite. Okay? What does the word Israel mean? It means Yasharallah. He is a prince of the power. These niggas out here in the prince of the power, man, these wicked dudes who smoking weed and walk with their pants below their ass, or jakes in the churches, eating pork, eating whatever they eating, man. They ain't the sons of the Most High. All right? They're not representations of Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua. Read that again, bro.
But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of the Most High.
That's it. He gave them power to become sons of the Most High. So that's dealing with who? The elect. Get me Romans, the 9th chapter. Okay? You got it already? No. I just want to get Romans 9. Go ahead, keep going, bro.
Even to them that believe on his name.
Right, even to them that believe on his name. And these people, a lot of them say they believe, they don't really believe. And you can tell that based on what their actions. All right? You can tell they don't believe on how they carry themselves. If you believe in Yahushua, you're going to move in a certain fear. You're going to move in a certain way, according to what he said. All right? But they're not moving according to that fear, man. They don't fear to be hypocrites. They don't fear to be false accusers. You know? To profane his holy days and then justify themselves. They don't feel no way about that. Or to come in a proud spirit. Right? When the Lord said what? He said he resisted the proud. So who do they really fear? They fear their own belly. They fear their own image. They fear being in other words, they fear being looked at in a negative light. So that's why they whiten the outside, but inside is full of what? Dead man's bones and filthiness, man. And they're being revealed through what? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Not through our power, man. We didn't want to do, the brothers who's doing the videos on these dudes, you know what I'm talking about, the Sakari. And whoever else, whichever other Israelite. It's not because we want to do videos against them. It's because the Spirit of the Lord wants videos to be out against them, man. He wants to reveal them, man. We're in the time of separation, man. Through the Spirit, in the beginning of the year, say, yo, let's see that there's going to be a time of separation. For lo and behold, man. Salaki, go ahead.
Verse 13. Which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh,
right,
nor of the will of men,
right,
but of the Most High.
But of the Most High. They were born of, in other words, they were born of the Holy Spirit. Okay? Which most of them are not. All right? Most of them are just, you know, they're just living their life. The same dude they were before is the same dude they come in. All right? And the woman in the truth, the same woman she was before, the same woman she come. Now she just has fringes on.
That's right.
Okay? Oh, she don't eat pork. Big deal. All right? They still have the same mindset, the same heart, same pride. Go ahead.
And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld His glory.
Okay, that's it on that, brother. Go ahead.
This is Matthew 23 and verse 25. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye may clean the outside of the cup and of the platter.
Right.
but-
So when you look at them, they look like they have the truth. All right. If you didn't know anything, you would say this got to be the Most High. Right. The Most High got to be dealing with them. If you didn't know the truth, right? Because they got the nice garments. They're in unison. They got a warrior-like mentality. It looks like, yo, they're fearless. But when you really go deep inside of it, you see that they're really just hypocrites, man. And it's all an act. What does the word hypocrite mean? It means to be an actor. Right? They say one thing, but their actions are different. Okay? It's not sincere. Go ahead, bro.
Hypocrites, for ye may clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess. Thou blind
Oh, extortion. Right? We've heard that coming with a lot of camp. Well, you can look at a Christian church and see nothing but extortion. They're not teaching you the truth, but the tithes, man, the tithes, yo, the pastor's living nice. All right? But they ain't teaching you the truth, though. The people in the congregation are suffering, though. Right? That, you know, matter of fact, Creflo Dollar, there was one point he did a sermon, he had a gun. He had guards with guns there telling them they better pay a certain amount before they leave. Okay? And he still has a big congregation. Why is that? Because broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, man. And many there be that go in, man. You see? Go ahead.
Come, verse 26. Thou blind Pharisee, cleanse
Oh,
first.
hold on. IUIC, right? They had a guy there they called the pocket. Why they call him the pocket? Because they kept dipping into his pockets. All right? Extorting that brother, man. And that brother, the brothers of Great Millstone exposed that. Then he got kicked out because he got found out. And then all of a sudden he just pops back up. Full of extortion, man. Go ahead. Oh, the scriptures speak about filthy lucre. Someone who has Romans 9. You gotta get filthy lucre. Go ahead, bro.
Come, verse 26. Thou blind Pharisee, cleanse first that which is within the cup and platter, that the outside of them may be clean also.
Right.
Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are like unto whitened sculptures, which appear
White sepulchres.
sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones and of uncleanness. Even so, ye also outwardly appear righteous unto men, but within ye are full of hypocrisy and iniquity.
That's it. You're full of hypocrisy and iniquity, man. And that's what we're starting to see. The Lord is starting to reveal things, man, on a high level. Okay? Really, what we're finding out, what we're starting to see is that they're nothing more than they're spiritual Edomites. Okay? Talk about the spiritual Israelites. These guys are spiritual Edomites, man. Because how does Esau work? He works with all that outward appearance, man. Okay? Sit on that. Go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 2 and verse 29. For he is a Jew, which is one inwardly.
Right.
And circumcision is that of the heart, in the spirit, and not in the letter, whose praise is not of man, but of
And
Yahweh.
this is what they can't get, because they're all about the law, but they don't even understand that it's really about the inward man at the end of the day. That's what's more important. They don't see that. They don't understand that. You know? Because Yahweh Shai is not dealing with them. That's why Yahweh Shai even said, he said, I don't accuse you before my Father. There's one that accuses you, even Moses, in whom you say you believe. All right? So Moses representing what? The law.
That's right.
So you trying to tie yourself to the law? Well, okay, you can tie yourself to the law. We're going to see how you're going to stand in that day. We're not dealing, listen, I'm not being delivered based on my righteousness. Don't look at me and say, oh, this guy's so righteous. It's not a no, okay? I'm a sinner just like everyone else. Well, if you're not a sinner, I don't know. If you say that's up to you. All right? But I'm saying this, man. We're delivered based on Yahushua, man. Okay? We're based on Yahushua. All right? That's our deliverance.
That's right.
All right? That's where our righteousness lies. Before Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Go ahead, bro. No, let him read this first real quick. Go ahead.
Titus 1:7.
Yep.
For a bishop must be blameless as the steward of the Most High, not self-willed, not soon angry.
Well, there's another one. They teach 50 lucre sake.
It's coming up.
Okay. No, but that just deals with a bishop.
It says here, verse 10, for there are many unruly and vain talkers,
Right.
And the-
Salakia. Yep. Salakia. Go
and
ahead.
deceivers,
Yep.
especially they of the circumcision,
Yep.
whose mouths must be stopped, who
Mouths must be stopped, man. Go ahead.
who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake.
Right, for filthy lucre sake, man, for that money. And you can see it's all about them. Not just being revealed, it's all about the money. And this is what the problem is with these dudes, man. We don't. And you start to say these guys can't see it, and they're getting paid. Do not let them. They're getting paid, bro. Patreon, $3. Oh, the next step is $55. The next step is 100 something. The next step is $350 per month. That's cake, bro. You see, when you're moving on the left hand side, there's a lot of bread on the left hand side, a lot of money on the left hand side, eh?
Right.
We don't get brothers in the truth. We ain't balling on the, you know. But on the left hand side, if you go to the city, oh, bro, Mercedes, BMW, right? Not saying if a brother has a Mercedes or BMW, you're wicked, but bro, there's dude. When you go to the left hand side, if you're driving a Toyota, you can get a Mercedes. All right. Go ahead, bro.
Luke 16:13, no man can serve two masters.
Right.
For either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to one and despise the other.
That's it.
They
Right?
cannot
Because
serve.
hold on, the scriptures speak about how the wicked prosper, man. The Edomites, the so-called white people, they're Edomites, right? They prosper in the earth, man. But they're the wicked. And their time is coming to an end. You see what I'm saying? And these jakes, these wicked jakes that sold out to them, right? Joining the left-hand side. So when you get to a certain level in Hollywood, which they call it Hollyweird, you gotta do sacrifices, man. You gotta do perverse acts. You can't just get up to a high level and that's it. What do you think all these celebrities have to do, man? But they're looked as these gods on earth. Right? Go ahead.
Ye cannot, ye cannot serve the Most High and Mammon.
That's it. It's one or the other, man. You see what the Lord really deals with? At the end, when you break it down, the Lord really deals with daily bread. I'm gonna be honest. That's what the Lord really deals with. Okay? But that doesn't mean that a brother won't get more. He'll bless you with more, but his thing is you don't trust in that. That's what the Lord is doing. You don't trust in that. It doesn't feel good to have, you know what I mean, just enough. But the Lord's saying don't trust in that extra. That's really where the Lord is at, man. That's why when he was giving us the manna, right? After a certain time, that manna would turn into worms the next day. It would turn into worms. You couldn't store up that manna. That manna wasn't to store up. All right? That was spiritual meat. Didn't it say the scripture say it was spiritual meat? So it turned into worms the next day. But on the Sabbath, you would get a double portion and it wouldn't turn into worms. It would stay, it would remain. Because that's what you need for, day to day.
They also said it would be good to everyone's liking.
Right, well, it was perfect for everyone's taste buds. You still had demonic niggas complaining, man. Still complain, showing you how wicked Jake is, man. Go ahead, man.
This is Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches.
Right.
Feed me with food convenient for me.
Right, because if you get riches, what's going to happen, man?
lest I be full and deny thee, and say, Who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my power in vain.
Right. And you may not necessarily deny him, but you know you ain't going to be as diligent. You got all this money, you got to spend this money, right? You got millions of dollars. Oh shit, I gotta make a video, but then again the Bugatti store closes at 7. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, man.
This is 1 Timothy 6 and verse 8. And it reads, And having food and raiment, let us be therefore content. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition.
Right. And read that again, bro. So like,
1 Timothy 6 and verse 8. And having food and raiment, let us be therefore content. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish.
that's a snare. That's a snare. To be rich in this society is a snare, bro. Let's be real, okay? Because then you start to get accustomed to that. You know, you start to get accustomed to a certain lifestyle. You don't want to go back. All right, go ahead.
And into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition.
That's it. All right, and that's where they're gonna be headed. All right, and these guys are in the same boat because they're getting bread. And when the brother did the calculations, one of the calculations the brother did for the $350 one that they got, that was 1.5 million per year. That's good living, according to what Jake is used to. All right. Do you think they want to give that up? They don't want to give that up because they're not about the truth. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 10, For the love of money is the root of all evil.
The what of money?
The love of money.
The love of money. See, people, sometimes they try to say that money's the root. No, money's not the root. Money's a defense. The scriptures say money's a defense and wisdom's a defense. All right? But money, the love, when you love money, like these Edomites, they love money. All right? Esau loves money. Esau will do anything for money, man. All right? Go ahead.
For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some covet after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Right. That's why when Gad saw Esau, right, he said, man, the so-called white man holds nothing sacred. Because he'll do anything for money. He'll dig up a grave. If the person got gold in the grave, well, he's digging up the Egyptian tombs and taking the gold right now because he doesn't hold shit sacred, man. He's a demon. All right? That's why it says the love of money is the root of all evil, man. All right? He loves it. All right? What would he do with the Gadites? He forced them to get a certain amount. They didn't get to chop off hands. Because he's trying to put all that, going to extreme lengths, right, to put fear in them so that he doesn't lose out on money. But at the end of the day, he's going to lose out because the Most High is going to make him lose out, man. Go ahead, man.
This is the book of St. Luke, chapter 6 and verse 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation.
That's it. That's it. You got something? Go ahead, bro.
It's the book of St. Matthew 19 and 23. Then said Yahushua unto the disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven.
That's it.
And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel.
Hold on. Go up to the beginning. Go up to where he's speaking to the young man still.
This is the book of St. Matthew 19 and 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may enter, that I may have eternal life? And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is Yahweh. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. He saith unto him, Which? Yahushua said, Thou shalt do no murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Honor thy father and thy mother. And thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. The young man says unto him, All these things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet? Yahushua said unto him, If thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast.
Right. Go and sell what thou hast, man. All right? Go ahead.
and give to the poor.
If thou wouldest be what? Be perfect. Because at the end of the day, the Lord is looking for perfection. Get that? They shine right to the, you know? He's looking for that perfection, man. You see? So we got to be made perfect in the spirit. Not in the flesh. In the flesh, you can't be made perfect, man. But in the spirit, right? You can be found without guile, man. Okay? Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 4:18. But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day.
And that's it. It's all a process. Okay? It's a process, man. But you have to be diligent in finding the right way. All right? The Lord is not dealing with those who are slack in his word, man. Okay? You got to find out certain things, and you got to, when you find out certain things, you got to try to live by those things, man. You see? If it pertains to the scriptures. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Also, like the words about
Real quick, pertaining to the left hand. Romans 1:28. And even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. Verse 32. Who knowing the judgment of the Most High, they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them.
Yeah, well, they do all kind of, they're doing all kind of wickedness on the left hand to get what they get. You have to, man. In this world, man, this right? Unless you're on the right hand side, Yahweh Shem shall give you a blessing. Ultimately, to really prosper in this world, you gotta do some foul shit. Because who's the ruler of the world? The wicked. If the rulership is wicked, what do you think you gotta do to get by in that world? You gotta do wickedness. In our world, when the righteous is in rulership, you're gonna have to do righteousness to prosper. Right? Go ahead, bro. Oh, there's more than that?
No, that's it. That's
What?
it.
Yahushua said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. But the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possession.
Right. There's things that you can do to get treasure in heaven, and that's what the elect is really doing. They're not, and with that, you're not going to get a reward, an instant reward, all right, for the world. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Like for example, you do charity to a brother. That's not something that the world is going to. You don't broadcast that. You know what I'm saying? You keep that between you, all right. But you understand that in the spirit, also there's a spiritual reward. Okay. But when you come out here and push the word out, you're not being renowned around the earth. You don't go around there. Which one of you brothers walk around and then people say, "Oh, can I get your autograph?" No, that doesn't happen. Okay? If anything, they're gonna look at you funny if they know about this. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 23, then said Yahushua unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh.
Yeah, because the affairs of this world is gonna drown him out, man. You know, the affairs of this world, man, it's gonna make him unfruitful. Go ahead, bro.
Psalm 73:3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
The prosper. Who's the wicked? The Edomites. They run the earth. All right. They're prospering the earth. Okay. So what was Asaph saying? He's saying I was envious at the wicked when I saw the prosperity of them, man. All right. And that's what our people are like that too. They look at who prospers. No, at least he's getting the bag. You know, because they don't have any integrity, man. A man of the Lord has to have integrity, man. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, look at the word integrity, Baba Kusha. All right, look at the definition of the word integrity, man. All right, they don't got that. So when they look at what the wicked is doing, say I got to do what the wicked is doing to get by. All right. If they're getting by making rap videos about adultery, well, I got to make the same type of rap videos, man. Or put it on a dress to show your allegiance. You can see, look at Kid Cudi, man.
Oh, man.
You think these dudes are doing that just because they want to do it? No, they're doing that because that's what the elites, the so-called white people that run those music execs, tell them to do. Some gangster rapper put on a dress. What, you know? That doesn't happen in the hood. That's the elites telling them, yo, do this in order to make your allegiance to Satan. Because that's who runs the world. All right? It's not flipping, it's not the Most High. The Heavenly Father don't run the world. The Heavenly Father tell you to create an alphabet society, a village for the alphabet. The Lord didn't tell you that, man. To promote gangster rap. You can say anything. You can't say nothing against the alphabets or the small hat people, but you could speak about killing a dude all day and mention his name. Make a list of people that you killed in a rap song and get millions of views. They're showing you it's an agenda, man. They made you jakes like this, man. You jakes wasn't like this before, man. Going back before the 70s, you weren't like this, man. Before Martin Lucifer King came on, we call him Lucifer, means the devil. Which Lucifer doesn't necessarily mean the devil, but that's another story, okay? All right? But they made you like this. The Esau made you like your enemy, the so-called white man. He made sure he put that mindset in you, and he ingrained it into your culture, which is really it's synthetic, man. You know, before you couldn't find a homeless so-called black person going back before the 60s, it was hard to find because we would actually let them into our houses. We'd actually invite Jake into our house, man. If we seen a homeless Jake, we'd bring him into the house. That's an ancient Israelite custom, man. Try to do that now. I don't suggest you do that now, man. You might come back and your house is empty. All right? Go ahead, man.
Psalm 62:4, they only consult to cast him down from his excellency.
They consult to cast him down from his excellency. This is the MO of the wicked. They're plotting on how to bring you to a lower state. That's what they've been plotting. But then when you speak about it, race card. See, so this guy's a demon, man. He'll do something, he'll make a documentary on what he's done. But then you bring it up on a race card. Yo, all you Edomites are going into slavery, man. All right? Every last one of you Edomites are going into slavery. Speaking to you so-called white people, you're Edomites according to the Bible, man.
That's right.
All right? This man is a damn hypocrite, man. There's more than that?
Psalms chapter 10 and verse 4, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight.
Yep.
As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
He's proud. He's an arrogant demon. But if something happens to him, he wants justice. Right? Never forget 9/11. Never forget. Je me souviens. That's what's in these damn license plates. Je me souviens. They remember everything. But if you try to remember,
Get away.
they start to growl, man. They start to get mad. All right? So either way, the Bible exposes you, man. The Bible exposes you Edomites, man. It don't matter what we say, the Heavenly Father is going to bring the judgment, man. Go ahead, man.
This is the book of Proverbs,
Okay, go ahead.
chapter 4 and verse 14. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief.
Right, you have these so-called the end up, all right? So-called black one, see, I need to be like the so-called white man, And first of all, don't you know the white man's killing you? Don't you know you ended up in the goddamn grave, man? You flipping, what do you call it? The Tinder thoughts, going on dates. So his sugar daddies ended up missing, and they don't even try to investigate the shit. So they see it's an Edomite. Oh, you look like a good guy. All right. But that's good for you, man. That's the judgment. All right? But guess what? They're trying to say you should be more like Esau. How did Esau get what he got? Through wickedness, man. Through evil. Through murder. Through deception. And they wouldn't mind if you got it like that because they're demons, like they're spiritual Edomites. Go ahead, bro.
The book of
Salakia, you have something, bro? No, go ahead. If you have something, read it, bro.
Proverbs 3 and 31.
It's in order.
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways, man. You can't envy the oppressor, all right? Right? Because his end is destruction anyway, man. The joy for the hypocrite is but for a moment. He's not gonna last. He's in his last leg. He's on his he's on his last toe. All right, when you look at the feet, he's on the pinky, the small toe. He's about to be out of here, man. That's why the elites are moving quick. Okay, get the juice, get the juice. You get the juice. Oh, what are you afraid of? Oh, the juice is the people are not getting the juice, is the bad guys. All this propaganda, man. Why? Because Esau's at the end, he's trying to push forth that NWO, that New World Order. Go ahead, man. Matter of fact, Salakia, that was it on that. Read what you got, Shaquan.
Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Never what?
Never trust thine enemy.
And who's your enemy? Who's been your biggest enemy amongst all? If you want to put on nations, right? You have to put an image of who's your biggest enemy, right? Would you put the Moab, or would you put the so-called Chinese? Would it be the Hamites? Huh? Would it be Ishmael? No, they're your enemies, but they ain't your top enemy, man. The top enemy is Esau, man. Okay, the so-called white man. Go ahead.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
That's it. Whoa, you know who showed you that? Justin Trudeau. Right? He trying to tell you, oh, the trucker is just a small fringe group of people with unacceptable views. That's a devil, man. All right? All you Edomites are devils, man. Okay? He's showing you he's the devil. And he said it, you can tell he doesn't believe what he's saying. But then they show videos of a whole bunch of people, man. Thousands of people. That's called the devil. But then he tells you to do something. Oh, trust the science. What, you don't trust us? No, we don't trust you, nigga. No, we do not. The ones who trust you are stupid, and they're going to end up dying soon, man. And they're going to end up being in perdition, man. Because the Lord is going to show you, man. Go ahead, man.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
That's it. That's it. Take heed, man. Because this kid, yo, listen, man. You Edomites are being revealed, man. All right? So now the elect is taking heed. And these other people, they're kind of looking at you sideways, but they ain't really got on fully yet. They ain't really caught it yet. They're going to catch it soon, though. All right? They're going to catch it. Now I'm talking about the 19, man. Go ahead, bro.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
Hold that on deck, brother. Hold that. Keep that. Hold that spot. Go ahead.
Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts?
Who's gonna pity a charmer that got bit by a serpent? That's why I didn't feel bad for that so-called black one that got destroyed, got killed by the Edomite. Oh, I was clapping. I think I might have had a beer. I don't know. All right. Because she got bit by a damn serpent, man, because she's an idiot. Her brother's like, yo, you called me, you said he was a nice guy, but you should be ashamed of yourself, man. Okay? I see my sister deal with an Edomite, I'm cutting her. Matter of fact, I done cut off people already, man. I'm done, you're dead to me. All right? That's how I'm going to deal with it. Because that's the enemy. Go ahead.
Yeah, like
Salakia, who's reading? Did you finish on that? Okay, go ahead, brother.
This is Psalms 83 and verse 1. Keep not thou silent, O Most High. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Most High.
Right.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
Who's they that hate him? These other nations, man. Starting with the Edomites. They hate the Lord, man. Look at the propaganda they're pushing on the earth right now. Are they pushing you to get more to the Most High? Or are they pushing as if you believe in God, you're an idiot, and you're not intellectual? Because that's the Edomite, okay? Go ahead, man.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Yep.
And
Who's his people? The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All these heathen have taken crafty counsel against us, man. All right? Whether it be them so-called Arabs and so-called Chinese, so-called East Indian, they're all enemies, man. Go ahead, man.
They have taken counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Yep.
They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in
And
remembrance.
they know who the Israelites are. When they get in them UN meetings, they know who the Israelites are. They know who the true Israelites are. Okay? You talk to some of these people from over in those sides of the earth, they'll tell you, yeah, you guys are the Israelites. How come we didn't know that before? How come you never mentioned that? All right? Because they don't care about you, man. But you Jakes, you care about them for some strange reason, man. Oh, but what about the other people? To hell with the other people, man. They're going to perish, man. Well, no, some of them ain't going to perish. Some of them going to stay around, but they're going to stay around for slavery, man. All right? You heathens are going into slavery under us, man.
That's right.
If you didn't know, all right? If you didn't know, if you're not an Israelite, you're going into slavery under the Israelites, man. Okay? If you ain't know, now you know, nigga. Go ahead, man.
Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent.
That's right.
They are confederate against thee.
Yep.
The tabernacle of Edom and the
It
Ishmaelites.
started with the Edomites, okay? Because Esau's a so-called white man. The Edomites. They're confederate against us. Starting with the Edomites. And then it goes with all these other nations that were confederate. But guess what? These other nations find out he's a snake to them too. He's not to be trusted. None of these nations could trust this devil. But they think they could trust. Oh, now, well, you know what? It's better than having the Israelites rule over us. Oh, really? Go ahead.
And the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah.
Ooh, they have hope in the children of Lot. Okay? All of them are together. All of them are united against the Israelites. Just like all these other wicked camps, they're united against the men of the Lord. You see? All right, so that's it on that, bro. You got something? You got something, Zakar? Okay, go ahead.
2nd Ezra 7 and 44. Intemperance is at an end. Infidelity is cut off. Righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Then shall no man be able to save him that is
Isaiah
destroyed,
47.
nor to oppress him that had gotten the victory.
Right, well, Esau's not going to be able to oppress us when we got the victory. It's impossible, man. All right? You see? But with the script, get Isaiah 14. Get Isaiah 14 and 2. All right? Matter of fact, read that real quick first.
Isaiah 14 and 2, and it reads, and the people
Because
shall...
what is this? What is it? Well, you can't do this. If you don't listen to us, you can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that, this, that. You can't piss. You can't take. You can't do nothing. That's not oppression. That's not oppression. But guess what? We're still in his hands. So he's still oppressing the people of the Lord, man. Go ahead.
Isaiah 14 and 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Yeah.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
All right, we're gonna possess you heathen for servants and handmaids. Get 149, Psalm 149, all right? We're gonna possess you heathens for servants and handmaids, man. All right? Go ahead.
Whose captives they were, and
Whose
they
captives we were. Were we not captives? What does captive mean? Slaves. All right? In bondage. Go ahead.
and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
They shall rule over their oppressors. Who's the oppressors, man? These Edomites. Okay? They're the oppressors, man. We're gonna rule over you, man. That's thus saith the Lord. That's thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. It's not our words, it's the words of the Bible, man. Get me Revelations 2 and 9. Go ahead, bro.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 149, and verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praise of Yahweh be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
We're gonna execute punishment upon these people, man. All right, these heathen, man. All right, when the Israelites, when the elect goes up into the chariots and they come back down with the spiritual bodies, it's gonna be havoc, man. You see, we're gonna gather up the elites, okay, and bound them. Go ahead.
It says, and their nobles, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Right, praise ye, right, and we're gonna do that, and that's an honor to grab them up and put them into slavery, man. Go ahead,
This is Isaiah 49 and verse 22. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, behold, I will lift up mine hand to the Gentiles and set up my standard to the people, and they shall bring thy sons and their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried up on their shoulders, and kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers.
Right. So it's gonna reverse, man. All right. They're gonna be put into slavery, man. All right. And they're gonna be carrying out, meaning what the heathen are gonna. Because we're not gonna have to take care of our children in the sense we're gonna have to beat them, wipe their mouth out. The heathen are gonna deal with that, man. All right. You Edomites should be so lucky. You would never, bro. I don't want no Edomite anywhere near my. If I see an Edomite near my children, bro, it's gonna be a problem. You're gonna see the earth shake, thundering. All right. Go ahead, man.
They shall bow down to thee with their face towards the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh by Hashem
Where's
Yahushai.
equality in that, man? Where's equality in what the brother just read, man? He said they shall bow down and lick up the dust, man. I mean, they're going to bow down to us, man. It even says that about Israelites. We read that. I made them of the synagogue of Satan to worship before thy feet. Well, that's speaking about other Israelites. Because what? They're going. In other words, they're going to be in a level where it's like, yo, the Lord is dealing with them. So how much more the heathen? How much more the other nations? Right? Go ahead, man.
And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and they shall not be ashamed that wait for me.
Right? They shall not be ashamed, man. We ain't gonna be ashamed. We gonna surprise them. It's gonna be the element of surprise. You got something? Okay, go read what you got and hold me on deck. Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. You got something?
Isaiah 60, verse 10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. Where my wrath I smote thee.
Right, because we're not going to build up the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven, we're not going to be doing no work, man. All right? The only work we're going to do is gathering up you elites, man. Okay? And that's going to be fun. That's really fun. That ain't really work, man. All right? Go ahead. But you heathen, these other nations, they're gonna be gathered up, and they're going to be doing work and building up the kingdom. Right, with the precious stones, the 12 gates, all right, the floors of gold. That's gonna take. It's not gonna be like these roads here. Every you come by a road every week, you go by that same shit. There's a pothole, man. Every time you hit a pothole, you're saying, "Yo, my wheel is deteriorating." You get mad. I'm serious, man. I get mad, bro, because that's money, man. Go ahead. Hold on, let me finish that. What?
For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee.
Right. What?
This is Ezekiel 39 and 13. Yet all the people of the land shall bury them, and it shall be to them a renown the day that it shall be glorified, said Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And they shall sever out men of continual employment.
What does it mean to be an employee? That's not slavery. That ain't good. That's the bad. When you're an employee, you're a slave. That's the bottom line. That's what they put. When you look in the old Black's Law Dictionary, man, it actually means slave. Okay? But let's put a nice word on employee so you feel like important or something, man. It's the same shit. You could be a high-paid slave, you could be a house slave, or you could be an outside slave. It's the same. You're still a slave. See, in the kingdom, we're gonna be sovereign, man. We're gonna have to work. We're gonna hire you Edomites, man. All right? And you're gonna do what we say. Whatever we tell you to do, that's what these Edomites are gonna do. If I tell an Edomite, listen, I want all 1,800 of you Edomites to make yourselves into a stairs. They're gonna have to make themselves into stairs. And it has to be firm enough that I can walk on it. But it's gonna be a problem, you know what I'm saying? What happens when you go to work, you don't do the job and they reprimand you, right? Oh, there you go, Billy, you're supposed to put it at $2, you put it at $18, there's a problem. All right, this is a warning. They might get a warning, they might not get a warning. Okay?
Revelation 2 and 26.
That's another precept?
Yeah, real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with the rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be
That
broken.
proves
to
that we're gonna be harsh to them. We're not gonna be nice. Oh, just you know, the Hamite. Oh, please, Esau, put the stone there. No, the Hamite is gonna beat him. Yo, the Hamite's gonna look for a reason. All these other nations are gonna look for a reason to get on these Edomites, man. All right.
Wait, it says, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I have received from my fathers.
Okay, that's right. Go ahead.
Jérémie 51, 21. Avec moi je mettrai en pièces le cheval, son cavalier, et avec moi je mettrai en pièces le chariot, celui que le monde, qui le montre.
Yeah, so Yahweh Shemashah, lorsqu'il va nous donner ce nouveau corps, ok, on sera des dieux sur la terre, donc on va régner, et on va les régner avec terreur, ok, on sera des tyrans, comme on dit, alright, donc, continue.
Et avec moi je
Up
mettrai...
until that 1,000 years, jusqu'à le punissement est fini pour les nations. Après, on va être un peu comme, il va savoir qu'est-ce qui arrive, alors, qu'est-ce qu'il doit faire, tu vois? Ça va pas, non? On va juste être comme ça. You know, mais le 1000 années,
Go ahead, man. So, comme le dit dans le livre de Apocalypse, le 20e chapitre, ça dit qu'on va les régner pendant 1000 ans. Mais ça, c'est les autres nations. La nation dit, non, vous allez être extincts, comme il l'a prophétie. Et le livre d'Obadiah. Continue, bro.
21. Avec moi je mettrai... 22. Avec moi je mettrai aussi en pièces l'homme et la femme. Et avec moi je mettrai en pièces l'homme âgé et le jeune. Et avec moi je mettrai en pièces le jeune homme et la jeune fille.
Yeah, so qu'est-ce que cette écriture prouve? Ça prouve que notre roi Yahweh Shemashah est un homme de guerre. Ok? Et nous sommes ses instruments de jugement. Ok? Tout comme il a utilisé Joshua, ok? Et les autres Israélites, Caleb, afin d'apporter jugement sur qui? Les Cananéens, les Hittites et les autres nations, ok? Qui étaient dans notre territoire. Ok? Il nous a utilisés pour les juger. De la même manière, ce qu'il va nous utiliser encore pour apporter jugement sur les autres nations. Ok? Tous ceux qui ont oppressé les Israélites seront jugés.
c'est ça. C'est correct.
Juste-moi en avant.
23. Jérémie 51, 23 et 24. Et je rendrai à Babylone et à tous les habitants de Chaldée sous vos yeux tout le mal qu'ils ont fait dans Sion, dit le Seigneur Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
That's it, man. And who did they do it to us? The problem is Esau, what you Edomites, you so-called white people don't understand. It's not about necessarily, it is what you did. Even if you did what you did to Moab, the Lord would have still judged you, because that was extreme wickedness. But he wouldn't judge you and how harshly you're about to be judged, because you did that to his people. You see? Boy,
This is Zechariah 2 and verse 8.
right.
For thus said the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye.
right, they spoiled us, but the scriptures speak about how, because he spoiled many nations, the Lord will spoil him. All right? Right? And they shall be, well, matter of fact, get it. Get it in Habakkuk. All right? And they shall be as what? Booties unto them. Oh boy. Oh boy. Go ahead, man. Let's pray for the husband, man. Go ahead, man. Well, no, you can't deal with land tribes. Only this tribe. Only these tribes you can deal with. Go ahead, man.
So this is Isaiah 33 and verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled.
Right. Woe to thee that spoiled us, and thou was not spoiled, man. All right. They spoiled all these other nations. When Mount goes spoiled, what does it do? It turns bad. It's no good. You can't drink it no more. That's what they did to these other nations. That's why you got all these first world countries, half of them being Edomites, right? Right. Then you got a few sprinkled. You might have like one or two sprinkled that might be another nation that's in league with Esau, right? But ultimately, when you look at first world countries, they're all Edomite countries, all right? Europe and the EU, NATO, okay? But ultimately, when you deal with the third world countries, Esau went in there and pillaged those people and took their natural resources. Okay? And then he got out of the third world countries. Yeah, the third world countries because of you devils, man. All right? That's what that Elamite was saying in that video, man. He was breaking it down. He broke it down very nicely, man. He said, listen, you made us codependent, and then you get on us for polluting. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be codependent. That's how the so-called white people operate. That's how these devils operate, man. And then they point the finger. Go ahead, man.
It says, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee.
That's right. Meaning what? These are they didn't do what they did to them, but they have a feeling that it's going to come to them. That's why they always anti-racism, man. That's anti. You know, they're always in the defense because they're fugitives, man.
Hey, that's true.
They're fugitives from justice, man. Going back to Cain. All right, go get that about Cain, man. You Edomites, this is Cain walking around, man. All right. Not but a bunch of fugitives, man. Matter of fact, hold on. Before you get that, read that Habakkuk, bro. You got Habakkuk or you got the other one? Habakkuk? Yeah, get the Habakkuk, bro.
Habakkuk 2, start at 5. Yet also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death.
Right, he neither keep it at home. What does that mean? How did they get this land? Right? They kept going to other people's land. They don't stay where they're supposed to be. And they're not even supposed to be in Europe. Their land is Petra. Their land is Mount Seir. Okay? Go home. Esau, go home. Go ahead.
And is as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. But gathered unto him all nations, and heaped unto him all people.
Yep.
Shall not all these take up a parable against him,
Yep.
and the taunting proverbs against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not
And
his.
that's what's being said now. All right? Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. In other words, they go to these other nations and they steal their natural resources. That's their game plan, bro. All right? And then they point the finger. You're polluting. You're polluting. Well, you made us codependent. That's what the Elamites say. You made us codependent. You came here and you made us codependent, man. Right? Afghanistan, look at that. Is it better off or worse off than what it was before these devils got in there? It's way worse, man. But supposedly they went there to free them. You see what I'm saying? So Esau has to pay, man. Okay? Go ahead. Thus saith the Lord, man. Go ahead.
How long? And to him that laded himself with thick clay, shall they not rise up suddenly, that shall bite thee, and awake, that shall vex thee?
Right, are they not going to say something about this? Are you going to be able to keep doing it? Well, because now you got Edomites, some so-called truth. That's why I made that video. The Edomite truthers are foolish. S-H-I-T, man. Because they're only up about the truth until it starts to point out what they've done. And there is, then it's, oh God, I'll leave the past alone. But they'll bring up the past all day. They won't stop bringing up the past. Oh, according, the Independence Day, we did this and that. Never forget 9/11. You see? That's why I say these Israelites, they're really like spiritual Edomites. Because they're hypocrites too. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations.
Because thou hast spoiled many nations. It's not dealing with an individual. It wasn't one man that spoiled many nations. All right? It was a nation of people, a race of people. Race meaning Raza, a seed of people. Known as the Edomites. Go ahead.
And all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of man's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein.
That's it on that. It says it shall spoil them. But you know what? They're going to be up booties unto them. That doesn't mean that before the nuclear missiles hit in World War III, that the other nation's going to run in and take stuff from America and leave. No. That means that ultimately those missiles are going to spoil them. Everything's going to be melted. Okay? It's going to be consumed. Go ahead and read that, bro.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and verse 53. Though Babylon shall mount up to heaven, and though she should fortify.
What's Babylon? Babylon, the modern day Babylon is America. Okay? Ancient Babylon is in Iraq. That's not what it's speaking about. Okay? There's two Babylons. There's Babylon and then there's Babylon the Great. This is speaking about Babylon the Great, which is America. Go ahead.
It says, and though she should fortify the height of her strength, yet from me,
It's probably a witch, man. Go ahead. I think so, man. Go ahead.
yet from me shall spoilers come unto her, said the Lord.
Go ahead.
It says, yet from me shall spoilers come unto her, said Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. A sound of a cry cometh from Babylon, a great destruction from the land of Chaldeans, because the Lord hath spoiled Babylon.
And spoiled it. How is he spoiling it? How is he going to spoil it? Through those nuclear missiles. All right? Because when World War III comes, it's going to be a nuclear war. Get me Isaiah the 9th chapter. All right? The 5th verse. Sabak.
And
Okay.
this-
Go ahead.
And destroyed out of her the great voice, when her waves do roar like great waters, a noise of their voice is uttered. Because the spoilers come upon her, even upon Babylon,
Ooh, the spoilers. All right? The nuclear missiles. Go ahead.
and her mighty men are taken.
Yeah.
Every one of their bows is broken.
Yeah.
For the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, the power of recompenses shall surely require.
That's all part of judgment. The reason why World War III is going to happen with Russia and America is because of judgment. And we've been talking about that. Years, man. Our apostles and elders, decades, man. But it's going to come to pass. No, let me get this first. Go ahead, read that, bro.
Isaiah 9
Is this how-
and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise,
Yep.
and garments rolled in blood.
Right, so them ancient battles, it was people screaming, and going against each other. One on this side, the other on that side. But this one is different. The one that's coming is different. Go ahead.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
This shall be with burning and fuel of fire, man. Okay? Meaning what? Those nuclear missiles. It's going to be a nuclear war. All right? This was prophesied thousands of years ago. This is the Bible now. All right? That's why you can't listen to Esau. Oh, that Bible. I don't believe in God. Sky Daddy. That's Esau, man. Shut the fuck up. All right? These Edomites are base people, man.
That's right.
But they act like they're intellectual, man. Nothing intellectual about an Edomite. If you're so high, right? They got these high IQs, right? What kind of high IQ person would destroy the earth? Will pollute the water that he has to drink? Huh? What kind of high IQ is that, man? Right? You gotta drink the water. You're gonna pollute the same water? You damn dummy! You're not smart about these Edomites. Don't let these Edomites fool you with their pseudoscience, man. Go ahead, man.
The book of Daniel, chapter 4 and verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the
And
watchers.
this high IQ, right? But everyone gotta go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
It says,
Go ahead.
this matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of man.
Bottom line is Esau is the basis of men. He's the lowest of men, but the Lord put him in the position of power. Okay? But he's about to be taken out. Because this is the end of the wicked. Now we're in the time of the end of the wicked. Okay? And the beginning of the righteous ruling. Alright? Which when Yahweh Shai comes back, he's going to establish that. That's why he's going to have many crowns on his head. He's going to take down all these people. A so-called black man with white woolly hair, man. Alright? And they're going to know, man. They're going to learn to respect too, man. All this bullshit you go through, man. They're gonna learn to respect.
That's right.
All right? You best believe that. When this system crashes, woo! All that pride, woo! Gone. All that niggas ain't shit, that's gone. All right? Go ahead, man.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 30. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, said the Lord.
That's right, that's right.
Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord.
Who's the most proud? The Edomites. The Edomite, the so-called white man. Okay, you're the most proud on the earth. Which pride is, that's a wicked pride it's speaking about. Arrogance. It's not speaking about you have pride in your appearance. It's speaking about you're just a proud, arrogant demon. Alright? It's foolish pride. Okay? Go ahead.
Said the Lord Yahweh, the power Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, power of hosts, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee.
Yep.
And the most proud shall stumble and
And
fall.
the Lord is finna visit you, man. Yahweh Shemel Shai is finna visit you.
Right.
He's about to visit you. Okay? He's visiting you now. You got like how much 50 tornadoes, man, at one time? It's not even tornado season. You think that's just a coincidence? Or that was just by accident, you know, technically climate change. Yo, that's why you Edomites need to go into slavery, man. You're a bunch of liars. That's the Lord speaking, man. And you're gonna see as these times go forward, there's gonna be things that's unexplainable, man.
That's right.
Yo, wait till the Lord opens up the floodgates, man. And I hope Esau uses CERN too. I hope he uses that soon, man. Okay? Because the elect is gonna be protected. Right. Salaka, you have some boy, bro. You didn't finish that boy?
It says, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him.
Yep. That's the fire, right? That's that nuclear missile. Okay? It's gonna devour everything around it, man. Let him get this out over. Go ahead.
Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
Woo! What was the smith? The smith is the weapon makers. Okay? Go ahead.
And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work.
Yep.
And I have created the waters, the Salaki, and I have created the waster to destroy.
Yeah, the waster is what? It's not a sword. It's not an axe. It's actually the nuclear missiles that was prophesied, that was created by who? The scientists. Those are the modern day smiths that the Lord has put in their mind to split the atom and create nuclear fire for judgment. And it's gonna rain. All right, they're actually gonna see it. Okay, they're hearing us speak about it. They're gonna whatever. Oh, what's for dinner, honey? But when that time comes, they're gonna remember, man. They're like, oh shoot, they spoke about this, and they're gonna look in the sky, and it's gonna be too late, man. It's gonna be blacked out. Go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah 14 and verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord.
You see, that shows when it says that ultimately they should not rise up and have no more cities. These buildings ain't gonna be here, man. I don't care where you're at, these buildings gotta go down. Every single one of them.
That's right.
All right? I don't care where it is in the earth, there ain't gonna be no tall buildings in the kingdom, man. Everything has to come down. Whether we use spiritual powers or whether the missiles hit them, we'll see. Because, we're gonna use spiritual powers to destroy all the weapons. The scriptures say that. Go ahead.
Verse 23.
It's all it's righteous, brother. It says come to prophesy. You gotta, it's okay, boy. Let my high up in there, bro. Go ahead.
Verse 23. I will.
Slap the book out of the brother's hour. The brother's not looking slap the book out of so figure out. And just said. Go ahead, man.
Good.
Go ahead.
Verse 23. I will also make it a possession for the bittern, and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction.
Right, a place for the bittern, which is what? Those are those desert creatures, because America's going to turn into a great big desert. Get Revelation to 18th chapter, okay? Because after those missiles hit, when the smoke clears, right, after how much ever thousands of years or whatever, it's going to turn into an actual desert, man. Read that real quick. Read where it speaks about what it's going to be. Right? The second verse. Start from the second verse.
Revelation 18 and 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
That's speaking about those vultures, man. Those unclean and hateful birds. That's really speaking about the vultures, okay? That live in the desert. See? But it speaks about devils as well, right? That's speaking about them demonic spirits. When you go to the desert, there's all kind of demons in the desert, man. That's why people see mirages. Oh, they might be thirsty. They'll see a whole oasis of water. That's the Lord messing with them. That's terrorist. That's a terrorist. All right? That's a whole oasis of water. You haven't drank for 3 days. A whole oasis. You're ready to jump into the pool and it's quicksand.
Oh man.
Okay? But you don't have energy to get out because you're thirsty. So that's how the Lord, that's how the Lord set it up. Okay? And you hear a lot of noises too. You might hear like screaming, or you'll hear noises because there's demons in the desert. So the Lord set it up perfectly and allow his prophets to break it down exactly how it is, man. Go ahead. Well, that's it on that. Go ahead. There's more on that?
That was it.
That's it, boy, brother.
Isaiah 50 and 22, a sound of battle in the land and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
Yeah, the Babylon, which is America, is going to be desolate. Okay? No man shall dwell therein. All right? Because you have to understand, man, that is really an example of wickedness. This Edomite rulership is an example of what happens when wickedness reigns on the earth. Right? When we get into power, it's going to be an example of righteousness through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Right.
Not through our own power, but through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
That's right.
Okay? You see? Go ahead, Amos. You got something? Oh, somebody. Go ahead.
Back here, Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Are the people rejoicing on the earth right now? Are people in a happy state on average? Not even close. This is the most, you have children committing suicide, man. This is a terrible, wicked rulership, man. All right?
But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
And that's what's happening. They're mourning. Okay? When the righteous are in authority, it's not going to be like this. Okay?
Proverbs 28 and 28. When the wicked rise, men hide themselves.
You got a lot of people hiding themselves now. All right? When the curfew was here, a lot of people was hiding themselves, man. You see the police, they do a U-turn in the middle. You know, there was a dude who got arrested for doing a U-turn on the bridge on his way to Broussard. Why? Because the wicked was oppressing the people. They was trying to get home and was, oh shoot, look at the time. You know? Do a U-turn on they caught him, bro. All right?
But when they perish, the righteous increase.
You don't have to hide in a... Really, if you're doing righteousness, you ain't got to hide in a righteous society. You just live. You got to hide. Oh, yo, you know? Yo, let me, oh, shoot, my taxes. You know, because they tax you so much, let me just write this on my taxes instead of this. That's because you have to hide from the wicked. If it was righteous and what they're taking out was reasonable, you wouldn't have to do that. Okay?
It also says that I counsel against thy hidden ones. We are the hidden ones.
Right. Especially, right, exactly. That's right. Especially the elect. The elect is hidden right now. No, you can't wear your fringes and you get fired. All right? You know? Well, why? Why can't I, you know? What's that? What's this? All these questions. And look it up on the black, you know, it's the first thing, black Hebrew Israelites. And you know, vocab Malone's video. You know what they're going to see when they look it up? Vocab Malone's videos. All right? They're going to call you into the office. Yeah, it's been nice, Joshua, but yeah, we just don't need you. We just don't have any room for you anymore. You ask them for an explanation. They don't got no explanation. Because you have to be hidden. All right? But do what you want, bro. If you want to wear your fringe out, just do that. It's up to you. All right? But that's just not how I'm going to move right now. You got who has a precept? I asked who has a precept. Read it, man. I asked no. Who has a precept? Me. You go ahead, man.
Good. This is Isaiah 14.
Because I get confused when you do that. I'm like this, I'm looking back and forth. Like,
So accurate. Good. This is Isaiah 14 and verse 7. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon sing, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us.
right, they're going to rejoice when these Edomites are brought down, man. All right? Because right now the earth itself is sick. Okay? If you can see the earth, you would see it coughing. Okay? Sneezing. Sick on his deathbed. The earth, these Edomites have destroyed the earth. Well, you know what I want? Well, okay, you know what I want? Revelations. Right? You got something going, bro?
This is Isaiah 24 and verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting
Right,
covenant.
the earth is languishing. Meaning what? The earth is destroyed. Okay? Look at the pollution. This is how you know this is the end. And this is the wicked ruler that would rule. Okay? Look at the earth. The earth wasn't polluted under the Babylonians. Right? But they say, according to Esau, the civilization started with the Greeks. That's showing you he's a racist, man. Civilization started with the Greeks. That's racism, man. All right? What happened to the Egyptians? What happened to the Babylonians, the Persians, and the Medes? Huh? Ancient Sumerian. What happened to all this? No. It started with the Greeks. Shut up, man. The Edomites are a bunch of devils, man. And what were they doing in the Greek Empire? Pedophilia. There was huge pedophiles. It was a staple to be a pedophile in Greece, man, and Rome. Okay, they looked at you weird if you weren't. All right? And you can see that by their drawings. So, well, what's going on? What's big in this world now? Pedophilia. 400-something thousand children missing every year in America. That's not normal. That is not normal, bro. There's something going on. But you don't have to stop the world for that, though. 400, almost 500,000 a year of children gone. You don't stop the world for that. No one has, it's not a big thing on the news. Showing you this man is the devil, bro. And you Edomites are being revealed day by day. Go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, real quick. Romans chapter 1 and verse 27. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men would...
Forget about it. Get Revelation, right? You ready?
Okay. This is the book of Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
And that represents you Edomites. You can't put it on humans. Humans. Everything, whenever they put on a movie, they're demonizing humans. You know, even when it's a vampire movie or whatever, the humans, they kill everybody. You know, it's always demonizing humans. Well, I'm waiting for them to say Edomites. When are they going to mention the Edomites? Get that other precept you're going to get there, Revelation 21. All right?
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 21, and verse 1.
Humans.
And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh, or Yahushai, out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
Woo! So we know what it is. All right, we're gonna come down gloriously, man, and we're gonna be beautified on a whole other level. That's why they were talking crap before. It's this Zion, whom they call the perfection of beauty. You're gonna see the perfection of beauty. See, brother, you know, the bald spots in the beard, and the hairline might not be all there, or you might be a little chubby, or you got blemishes or whatever, you got stretch marks, whatever the case is. You walk with a limp. You see what I'm saying? But ultimately, when that time comes, they're gonna see what perfection is, and every brother's gonna have their own unique look, but it's all gonna be perfect. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead. Oh, Salaki, I thought you had something? Okay, go ahead, brother.
Sirach 10 and 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
Right, these Edomites are not profitable, man. They're not profitable. Nothing is profitable about them. Okay, that's why they have to be eventually taken out completely. Because what profit do they bring to the earth? See, Elam's good with spices, right? So we can keep Elam. Elam's good with the spices. They know how to put things together. I'm gonna need some Elamite chefs. All right. You got the Moab. Moab is a good servant. Moab, they're all washing these clothes.
Builder too.
You know, Moab's efficient. That's it. Moab's efficient. He's efficient. All right. Ishmael is good with gathering slaves. They're gonna have to gather themselves. I got some Ishmaelites for you. Good. All right. Yeah, the daughter. Oh yeah. But that's why you can say Edomite daughters too. Like all these, there's women that are beautiful in all the nations. Okay, so you can use that for any nation. But Esau is not profitable as a people. The Edomites are not profitable people. Okay, they're destructive. So they're no better. What's the better? What can I eat? Can I eat my dance for you? Huh? You want to eat Edomite snake tartar? No. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? They're lazy workers. In the kingdom, they're gonna be hard workers in the kingdom. So we gonna beat, but Moab is still more efficient. The Moab's gonna be going like this. He's gonna be trying hard. You know? You know, but with the Moabite, so you don't really gotta beat Moab too much. You know? Look at this Edomite, look at this slow Edomite. Go ahead, man. So like, you have from
This is Ezekiel 27 and 36. The merchants among the people shall hiss at thee. Thou shalt be a terror and never shall be any more.
That's it. Moab and Esau.
That's the spirit.
You'll leave in the dust in that day. Don't touch me. They're gonna be offended at Edomites, man. They'll be offended at Edomites in that day. They'll be Moabite gonna look for Edomites. They'll look for Jake. We'll see Moabites when the apostle said this. One of the apostles, they used to say this years ago, man. The Moab's gonna be gluing in afros in their head. You know how the Moab be gluing in afros. You know Moab, when they want to copy something, they go all in. They got societies that, you know, they tan up their skin if they want to look like Jake. Right?
Isaiah 61 and 6. But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord. Men shall call you the ministers of our power.
Wait, we're not priests now. So I know this guy talking about he's the chief priest, high, most exalted, the Pharaoh, the third of, you know, the son of, the direct son of Aaron, the choice seed of Aaron, the choice seed of Aaron. You know? Wait, well, we're not priests yet, man. We're not priests yet, bro. When you hear the apostle say, I'm a priest, he never say he's a priest. They said certain things in the old school, but that's just because that's what they said in the old school. But now their knowledge is more perfect. Well, our knowledge is more perfect in the scriptures than the old school, bro. Because there was the time. Just like when John the Baptist was on the scene, he didn't have the perfect knowledge like of what Yahushua was bringing because he wasn't really around Yahushua like how the disciples were. You know, so when Paul came in, he went even deeper. So it just kept getting better, man. Just kept getting better. What's going on, bro? You good? Yeah, we remember you, man.
It says here, men shall call you the ministers of our power. You shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and then their glory. It says, and you shall eat the riches of the Gentiles.
They try to hide their face. It's a lot. They try to hide their face. The spirit, they want to reveal the spirit, reveal them. They have spiritual power. They recognize that spiritual power is better. They probably sprinkle some shit on them. They can't see us. Don't worry, they can't see us. What's up, bro? I remember you. Oh shit, yo. You can see it. You know? Satan has filled me.
For sacrifice.
Shit. Right, you probably consulted with the people, so you stay away from them. Then you stay away, you go back, I curse you. That's why you went on there, way over there. So he wasn't even looking this time. Put on a mask all the way up to Salakia, man, Salakia, bro. Salakia. Go ahead, man, I'm tripping. Go ahead,
It
man.
says, ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
Right, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna boast ourselves. And oh, you think Jacob's gonna be humble to these Edomites and that? You know, I'm just a faithful servant. You know, with a chain dagger, I'm just a faithful servant. You know, we gonna praise the Yahweh Shem El all day, every day, but we gonna stunt, bro. We'll pull up with them chariots, man. Yeah. They'll go, whatever. When you see how Jake is now, with the gold teeth, and we gonna do that on a whole nother. Remember, Solomon had gold weaved in his hair, man. Which one of these Jakes is doing that? None of them. Weaving gold, they're not on that level. They're doing stupid shit, putting a diamond in their cheek. That's a fool. That's forehead. That's a fool. But then he takes it out. That was a sacrifice to Satan. Well, I was hoping someone would do it. I hope someone would do it. These guys are simple-minded. Go ahead.
And it reads, verse 7, for your shame ye shall have double, and for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion.
Right.
Therefore in their land they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them.
That's it. Everlasting joy, man. All right? Everlasting joy. You brothers have anything? There's someone wants? Well, let Amos get this real quick. What?
Ézéchiel 25, 14. Et j'exercerai ma vengeance sur Édom par la main de mon peuple Israël. Ils feront à Édom selon mon courroux et selon ma fureur.
That's right. So Esau, il est peur de nous, mais c'est pas nous. C'est Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, le Lord, Dieu qui dit qu'il va faire ça. Ok? Tu vois? Ouais, bro.
De plus, afin qu'on puisse exécuter le jugement parfaitement, il faut que Yahweh Hashem Yahushua nous donne ce nouveau corps. Ok? Parce que même maintenant, si on comprend toutes les atrocités que ce diable nous a fait, on pourrait pas vivre. Hein? Ok? So Yahweh Hashem Yahushua va nous donner un esprit spécial. Ok? Dis ça encore?
Ézéchiel 25, 14. Et j'exercerai ma vengeance pour Édom par la main de mon peuple Israël. Et ils feront à Édom selon mon courroux et selon ma fureur. Et ils commettront ma vengeance, dit le Seigneur Dieu Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yeah, so les Écritures parlent de vengeance, ok? Sur toutes les atrocités que les Edomites, soi-disant blancs, ont commis contre les Israélites, ils vont devoir repayer, ok? Et ils vont devoir repayer d'où?
C'est correct. Ouais. That's right. But that's the fact. You know, and it's not even necessarily the fact that that they know that we'll be but okay, we know so much Esau has done, it's already sickening to us. That silo is enough. Like, I mean, that alone would make you lose your if your spirit ain't strong enough. You know, but at the same time though, the what would really get us off the edge, what we couldn't handle, is if we knew what was happening to us or what happened to our families in the before. That's when we couldn't. That's when Edom, you're not gonna get. And how you doing, Billy? No, there's not gonna be no how you doing, Billy. All right. That's when you wouldn't be able to handle it. All right. Imagine if you knew who it was, too. Come on, come on. We can't. No. But in that time, when the Lord opens us up, but He's gonna open us up with the power too. So it's gonna be we're gonna be able to control our spirits on a whole nother level. But it's gonna be what you call concentrated anger. All right? Where we're not going to do wickedness in order to reap the. We're going to have the control, but we're going to reap the vengeance. Huh? We're gonna have but it ain't gonna be duality in the sense that we're not gonna do wickedness. We're gonna have balance. We're gonna have balance, self-control, temperance. Self-control is the best way to put it, the easiest way to put it. Okay? Because now you do it. If you had so much self-control, we have self-control to an extent. But if we had so much self-control, there's no sin that we would be able to know. You know, but you still slip. You still slip. Even what you know is wrong, you still slip. Okay? So in that time, it's going to be, woo, perfection. Go ahead.
This is Micah 4 and verse 13. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thy horn iron, and I will make thy hoofs brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people, and I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth.
That's it, man. Many people, man. I mean, what? Those other nations, man. All right? So yeah, the Lord is dealing with vengeance. See, Esau doesn't like to deal with that, but the Lord deals with vengeance. You know? But like I said, Esau, the reason why he's so defensive about that is because he's a fugitive, man. He's a fugitive running around the earth without chains. It's like if someone commits a robbery, right? Like they rob a bank, you know? And they see people looking at them, oh shit. Why is he looking at me, you know? And he start acting all crazy, you know? You know? It's like, yo, you look familiar. I don't look familiar. You mean I look familiar? Because what? They're nervous. All right? But that's how Esau is. That's how Esau feels, man. He's nervous about it, man. Okay? Because he knows the judgment is coming. All right? Oh, there's more on that? You got some? Good.
Jeremiah 50 and 29. Call together the archers against Babylon, all they that bend the bow, camp against it round about, let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according unto her, according to all that she had done unto her, for she had been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel.
Right, she had been proud against the Holy One of Israel, man. All right? So that's the bottom line, man. Okay? Go ahead.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 4
I'll finish up with the last scriptures. Go ahead.
and verse 12. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee. Her strength, a fugitive and a vagabond, shall thou be in the earth.
That's it. Yeah. Esau, can I go back to Cain, which is Esau. Matter of fact, get me, before we close off, get me John 8:44. Okay? He's a fugitive and he's a vagabond. Now go ahead, bro.
Ecclesiastes 36 and 26. Who will trust a thief well appointed, that skippeth from city to city? So who will believe a man that had no house?
Right. Who would trust a thief well appointed, skipping from city to city? That's Esau. You can't stop skipping. He's stealing and he's skipping. Well, that's what the Khazars were known for. The Khazars in the ancient empire, they were known for being thieves and lowlifes. That's why no one wanted them around. Okay? So when you, all right? So when they were around, they would be like, no. They always kicked them out of their land. They're always getting kicked out. Okay? And these are the people that run the earth. Go ahead.
So who will believe a man that hath no house, and lodgeth wheresoever the night taketh him?
Right. Lodge yourself wherever the night take. Right. Right. So fucking fugitive, man. Fucking, you gotta do that. That's why Esau can't stay nowhere. He's in space. He's underwater. He's in the mountain. Bro, why don't you just stay and chill in the crib? Because he's a fugitive, man. He gotta keep moving, man. But you see a fugitive, he's gonna rob a bank, and then he's gonna go to his apartment that's 2 blocks down, and sitting outside drinking, hot cocoa. He just finished robbing the bank right over there. No, bro. He's gonna go to Toronto, and then he's gonna end up in New York. Then he's gonna be in Miami. All right? Because he's a fugitive, man. And that's what these Edomites are. Nothing but a bunch of fugitives. Go ahead.
The book of St. John chapter 8 and verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father you will do.
That's how Shai speaking, showing you there's Israelites that are basically spiritual Edomites. You see? He said, you are your father. Was that their father? Spiritually it was. You see these things? Spiritually their father is Esau, man. Spiritually their father is the wicked. You see what I'm saying? So are they spiritual Israelites? No. That's why it says a Jew is one inwardly. An Israelite is one inwardly. Okay? Yeah, you got that before. It's all good. We're going to end up on this and maybe one more scripture. Go ahead.
It says he was a murderer from the beginning,
Yeah.
and abode not in the truth.
That's right.
Because there is no truth in him, when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his
I
own.
can prove it to you that they're nothing but liars, and I can't wait. Oh, that's going to be one of the happiest days, man. Is when Esau is when they start getting exposed more and more. Oh my goodness. Because they're nothing but liars. Look at what Justin Trudeau said. That was when I had to do a video on that because it was like, God was showing you blatant lies, man.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Right? It was showing you blatant lies. All right? He's telling you that ultimately, it's just a small fringe group of people with unreasonable extremist groups. What's the same way he does that with everything? When he tries to push property. Didn't he do that with the Jews? Yeah. Right? So that shows you that he's lying about that too. 10%. It's just 10% of a bunch of nuts. But we got to stop the whole earth. We got to stop. But everyone got to get locked down for a few bad apples. So that's all propaganda, man. That's why I believe from the beginning. I believe it was more than what they were saying that didn't get it. Because I see a lot of people who didn't get that shit. All right? But to us, it's always been the minority. Right? Why didn't they report on it when it was the majority? Oh, because these people are sheeps in the negative sense. They're a bunch of zombies, man. Oh, the scriptures say, follow not a multitude to do evil. Right?
Yes, sir. Says, when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.
That's what he is, the father of lies, man. Go ahead.
Job 20:10, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. His bones are full of the sin of his
Because you
youth.
said Edomite marching of BLM, that don't mean nothing, man. All right, that don't mean not a damn thing. If you're an Edomite, you are born into slavery. Right? Oh, he blesses outwardly, but inwardly he's cursing. All right. All lives matter. Fuck these niggas. In their head, in the back of their head, fuck these niggas. They should die. You know, they might be trying to rebuke it too, but it's their spirit. You can't rebuke your own spirit. All right? It's not a demon, it's them. All right? All right? You think we rebuke someone as a demon. Or when they try to do it's them. You can't rebuke yourself.
They that curse Satan, curse their own soul.
Right. You know? You might as well get down with the Rothschilds, right? Because they're into their own, you know, they're doing their own. They're basically true to themselves, the devils that they are, man. So we gotta be true to the righteous, godly sons that we're supposed to be, man. Okay. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 11, his bones are full of the sins of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hid it under his tongue. Verse 16, he shall suck the poison of the Alps, the viper's tongue shall slay him.
Woo! That's it, man. But he's gonna fall, man. He's gonna fall, man. All right, that's the bottom line. So with that, I'm gonna close up and give all praises, glory, and honor
To Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua, Ba'Hashem Okakodash.
to the apostle, elders, of great millstone salutation. Much love and respect to God. Come out there, push your sword out, truth and sincerity. Shalom.